lasers and the fog, all but more than a Jew. Do you wanna see all the neon in the world? All the lasers in the fog, all but more than a Jew. Do you wanna see all the neon in the world? All the lasers and the fog, all but more than a Jew. Do you wanna see all the neon in the world? All the lasers in the fog, all but more than a Jew. Do you wanna see all the neon in the world? All the lasers in the fog, all but more than a
All right, looks like we're doing stream then. Let's reconvene somewhere else.
Mao, I'm Xios. Up there is.
I am Serpent, the game master who just realized I haven't changed the animated title from Cobalt King.
I was wondering
I'll
how
need
long
to
before
do
you
that before
noticed
next
that.
session.
We haven't found him yet. We need to find him still.
Yeah.
And playing at this wonderful and mystical table is...
Possibly Xios as Kara. Possibly the Blue Burr.
Pythia playing Little Paw again.
Maybe Celestia playing Elowen?
Oh, am I not here?
Oh, sorry.
Rex T playing Henrietta.
And I guess since we did a little out of order, definitely not Shadow playing, definitely not Baxter Bones.
You know, one
the
day we'll get this right.
mysterious stranger.
One day it'll be right.
I'm not gonna hold my breath on that. Not gonna hold my breath. No. Let's see. Last week, a whole lot of stuff happened. You all got to see sort of how your rescue of the children of Falcon's Hollow had repercussions for the children, for those who are close to the children, and for the town in general, which has begun treating you like heroes. And that was just in time for the Carnival to come to town. Quinn's Carnival, which is certainly going to be a lot of fun and games and definitely nothing sinister whatsoever. All right. We had a bit of fun last time. We got through most people. The Carnival opened at 10 a.m. And no sooner had it opened than Kara went to go test her strength at the Titan's wheel and ended up setting up a wrestling match with the Carnival Strongman for this afternoon. Baxter Bones went and hung out at the Menagerie, which is the unfortunate sideshow of freaks that carnivals had in those days. Not a very happy sight, unless you happen to be the kind of person who likes making fun of other people. Henrietta went to the Tent of Modern Wonders, where she saw all the latest technological inventions that will help with log cutting and lumbering in general, and then she started debates with Thuldrin Creed, the town gavel, and other local executives of the lumber consortium that Gavel Creed runs. And that leaves us with Celestia and Little Paw, who is still nesting firmly in Celestia's hair.
Elowen is gonna go paddle boating.
Ah, you're going to go paddle boating.
Yeah.
You head down to the paddle boat docks.
Little Paw is going to wiggle on top of her head and just look around and be like, where are we going?
We're going in the water.
Why?
It'll be fun and relaxing.
What is cold?
And fun and relaxing.
Right, you head up past the ticket booth, through the menagerie, and up to the docks. And at the docks, you see that the lake in the center of the carnival grounds has been transformed into a veritable center of fun. A rickety pontoon dock stretches across the lake, allowing traffic to reach the north side of the grounds without a long trek around. The dock is wide enough at the shorelines for 5 people to walk side by side, but in the middle of the lake, there's a gap in the left half of the dock, and a rope has been stretched across this gap with a flag in the middle, and various teams of lumberjacks are now challenging each other to a very wet and wild tug of war.
No.
But for those inclined to more relaxing fun, 2-seat paddle boats are being rented out. A simple pedal and gear system allows one person to power the boat while the other can steer with a small tiller. It is a favorite of both romantic couples and also children who are considerably more enthusiastic with their paddling.
And 2 friends and a ferret.
And 2 friends and a ferret. All right. The paddle boats are going cheap, only 1 ticket per hour. And
What
as
if I
you
do
are
2? Sorry.
then you get it for 2 hours. And let's see. That is as you are looking around the docks and looking around, you see a familiar face. The lovely face of Catan Evewalker, the mother of Kimmy Evewalker, whom you rescued from the Kobold Warrens. And she seems to be looking around for something or someone over the docks, currently looking in the direction in which you are not.
Ellen will walk up and be like, hey, can I help you with whatever you're looking for?
She gives a little, sort of an adorable little shriek and spins around and then sort of grasps her chest and says, "Oh, you scared me. Hello, Ellen."
Hi.
I was actually looking around for, and she seems like she's going to say something, and then she quickly says, "To see where Kimmy has gotten off to. She does like to run off so."
Oh, do you want me to help look for her?
Oh, no, she'll be fine. She's a very independent girl. Gets that from her father, I suppose.
Well, then I guess there's no need to worry.
No, there's no need to worry at all. I was just thinking about, well, earlier you suggested that, what I mean to say is you might want to take out a paddle boat with me?
Can Little Paw come?
Of course. Of course Little Paw can come.
Luckily, she doesn't need her own seat, so I think that'll be a good idea.
All right.
I have a ticket.
I also have a ticket. That should be enough for both of us for an hour.
Let's go.
Just gonna
All right.
Little Paw's gonna whisper into Elowin's ears. She seems jumpy.
And you seem nosy. No, I'm kidding.
The cold might be after her too.
The cold? Are you implying that the cold is attacking you?
The cold is angry.
Ellen's gonna turn to the woman and be like, "Are you being attacked by the angry cold?"
What? No, I mean, it is a little brisk out, I suppose. This cold snap that's coming in caught everyone by surprise in the middle of summer. But I'm I'm mostly fine.
Does she have like a jacket or anything?
She has like a light shawl around her.
Is there anywhere that Elwyn can find a coat for her?
Give me a perception check, Elwyn.
Okay.
All right, you are very perceptive. You notice two things. First of all, she is dressed up a bit for the carnival. The shawl very much complements her top and skirt. And it does sort of show her off. She is a Ayuvaran, half elven, which means that she has, despite being a mother, a fairly youthful appearance. She seems to be roundabouts 30, although given Kimmy's age, she's probably older than that.
Okay.
And the dress is cut very flatteringly. It clings to her waist a bit. It shows off her arms, which the light shawl doesn't do a whole lot to hide. The shawl seems to be sort of an accessory to that. All in all, it's not a very practical outfit for the temperature that's come in. And the second thing you notice is that there is in fact an enterprising carnival worker who is handing out blankets for 2 tickets each.
How many tickets do I have?
You have a lot. I forget how much you actually spent. But all of you have enough.
Okay. I'm gonna get 2 blankets.
All right.
One of them is for Little Paw.
So are you just going to like wrap that in your hair? Is that how that's working?
She's just gonna lay it on top of her head.
Ah.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna look like a little kid playing that she has a long-haired wig.
Okay. And what do you do with the other one?
Well, I think that's obvious. I wrap that around her shoulders.
Ah.
You throw it in the water.
Obviously, correct.
Let it freeze. Kitani, seems like the cold is getting to her cheeks a little bit because they turn bright red.
Oh man, you're really cold, huh?
I suppose I was. Thank you.
Yeah, of course. We can't have you freezing out here.
And you stand in the line, which isn't too long this early in the morning. You pay your tickets. You get a nice little paddle boat, and then it's off to the lake.
Nice.
Go ahead.
Now warm.
Yes. The blanket is very warm, Little Paw.
Yes.
I'm just imagining that eventually we're going to end up with a Little Paw burrito up there.
Pretty much, yeah.
That is the end goal, yes. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check, Elowen.
Okay. See if I fall in.
Fun things happen on a 1. But it's not a 1. It is in fact fine. You managed to pilot a paddle boat fairly easily.
Is it impressive?
It's not impressive so much with a 12, but it is very functional.
That works.
And Katani steers the boat with the little tiller while you paddle. And an awkward silence kind of hangs over you both. And then finally she says, "So, when did you decide to become an adventurer?"
Not really sure I did so much as I so much as I kind of fell into it. But I guess that's
Oh.
how, you know, all things.
Well, I suppose that can be exciting, falling into things like that. You,
Yeah, you know, oh, go.
you're a priestess of Pharasma.
Yeah, that's kind of how I just fell into it. You know, I mean, she sends you out, and then she decides things for you, life, and you serve her. So that's what.
I suppose I sort of fell into things myself. My my father, that's on the elven side, wanted me to live with him in Kyonin. But well, Kyonin is Kyonin. I don't know if you've ever been there.
I haven't.
It's very elven,
What's wrong with that?
to the exclusion of all else.
Oh, I see what.
It's a very closed society, and I wanted more, and well, I met Idris, who was an adventurer, a wandering ranger, going through the woods, and well, I suppose we weren't really thinking about the consequences, but I ended up leaving. And we ended up settling here.
And are you happy about that?
Oh, yes. Especially once Kimi came along. She's the light of my life. She's an amazing girl. I worry sometimes that she takes after her father. He's gone, you know, for months and months at a time. Adventuring, traveling all over Galarian.
I can understand that can be lonely.
It's very lonely. And I worry that Kimi is going to do the same thing. Just start leaving and coming back months later with new scars and maybe some gold.
I know that can be scary, you know, from perspective, but what if that's what she enjoys?
Oh,
you want her to be happy?
I'm not going to stand in her way. I just wish she'd realize that her father isn't perfect. And that the life he's chosen isn't perfect either. She idolizes him so much.
She's young. You know, as a kid when your parent is around all the time, it's really easy. But you know, I mean, as she gets older, she'll understand.
When she was taken, when she vanished with those other children, I thought this is it. I thought maybe I should have been stricter. Maybe I should have forbidden her to go out with her friends as much. I thought I'd never see her again, and then you brought her back to me.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't. She's just absolutely oblivious. You can't lock kids down like that, you know. I mean, and listen, it's my job. It's my job. If I weren't here, I'm sure somebody else would have hopefully helped to go get those kids.
I don't know of anyone in Falcon's Hollow who could have done that, or who would have been willing to do that.
And it sounds like Pharasma sent me.
Yeah, we rely on adventurers in Darkmoon Vale, and well, every so often an adventuring party comes through, but I'm hoping that your group will stay around longer.
Wouldn't that make us not adventurers anymore?
Well, maybe not for always, just I wouldn't mind having you around in case something else should go wrong. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, I am pretty good with medicine and healing people and sickness, and I can see that.
there's a quick cut as, as Katani turns away to camera and you just hear the thoughts in her head saying, "Oh my god, she's cute." And you do a lot of paddle boating and a lot of talking.
And a lot of obliviousness.
A lot of obliviousness, and Katani is not yet at the point where she's gonna drop an anvil on you.
Yeah.
Meanwhile,
So,
Hen's there in spirit going, now kiss.
All of a sudden, a crab floats up from the bottom of the lake and says, "Yeah, you see her? She can dare across the way."
Amazing reference. As soon as you said crab, I knew where you were going.
Oh yeah, we knew right where we were going with that. Huh? Circling back, Hen, you have basically taken a corner of the Modern Wonders tent and turned it into a sort of debate quorum. And one of the carnival workers came up and sort of gently said, would you like to finish your tour? Maybe go see some of the other sites? And Thuldrin Creed just glares at her and says, "If you interrupt me again, this will be the last time your carnival comes to Falcon's Hollow." And she just backs off immediately. And there are other tourist groups that are going through the tent, just kind of going around all of you. And one of the executives is just glaring at you, Hen, and is pounding his fist into his hand, saying, "We know that the Duskwood is finite. And that means we should take as much of it as we can while we can."
So you wish to prioritize short-term money over long-term investment?
Long term, we might be able to find another source. We've got expeditions out looking. But right now, Andoran needs a navy. She needs to defend herself against Cheliax, against Taldor, maybe even against Galt and those crazy revolutionaries up there. I mean, do you want us to be unprepared to face our enemies?
No, I'm just saying that you should actually be planting the trees. You are going to run out of these trees eventually, and if you don't find another source, you're out of luck.
You sound like one of them damn Fae.
Well, they happen to have a point.
Hold on. One of them says, "She's talked with us a lot longer than the Fae have." Thuldrin Creed looks at you and says, "The problem is, if I prioritize the future, how many of my people are going to starve in the short term? See, I got mouths to feed, and they get fed by working for me, and if there ain't no trees, I can't have no employees. You see how that is? I mean, how much poorer do you want the people of Falcon's Hollow to be? They can't be much poorer. They'll start starving."
Do you want your son to have a job?
Well,
do you want your business to exist long enough for your son to take over?
Well, there's always lumber of some kind. We'll find more Duskwood.
There is a difference between lumber of some kind and Duskwood.
There is, but we could always go down to Ulfton and log in the Arthfell. It's not Duskwood, but it's good wood. It's good hardwood. even as he says it, though, you can see that he's calculating there's just not nearly as much profit. It's the rarity of the duskwood that makes it so profitable.
Right. So think about it. You've got a single forest of this really rare wood that everybody wants. And there's only so much of it. But you could make more. Imagine how much more money you could make.
One of the lumber consortium executives kind of grumbles. Well, we could probably, I say, get them to grow faster, them trees, if the Green Fire Circle would start working with us instead of against us. I hear them druids can make things grow mighty fast. If they weren't such fey lovers.
And why do you think the druids don't want to help you?
Oh, they have some backwards, regressive ideas about not wanting industry to take over the wilds of the world. Well, where else are we supposed to expand?
There are plenty of plains in the area. You do not need to
Plains-
destroy a forest when you can make more money from it being there.
The plains can't make ships, son, I say. The plains can't make ships. Sorry, ma'am. The plains can't make ships, and Andorran needs a navy.
Yeah.
And
They can't make ships in the plains. They can make ships closer to the coast. But in the
Well,
plains...
they need the wood, though. They need the duskwood.
Yeah. And in the plains, you could house more workers, people who actually look after the forest, so that you can get more wood from it, more craftsmen to do more than just ships. Yeah, a duskwood ship is good, but what about a duskwood carriage?
They look at each other and I'm like, if we could get them to grow fast enough, we'd love to expand duskwood into other industries. Right now, we have an exclusive contract with the Andorran Navy, but if we had enough production, we could get duskwood into the hands of ordinary folk. We'd love that. We'd love to see the coin from that.
And you're not going to do that if you run out of duskwood, are you?
But we're not going to do that if we cut down on production neither.
You just need to hire another team to plant where you've already cut down.
But
so
the
that it can
duskwood
start
trees
growing.
Well, I mean, they sort of grumble. It could be a compromise. It might go over well with the druids. I suppose it would go over well with the druids. Means hiring more workers to plant trees, though. That's always a problem.
Yeah, druids
Good.
also have the ability. Oh, I'm not in the scene. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, that's okay. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check, Hen.
Diplomacy.
Yes. Your argument has won over the game master. Let's see if it wins over the NPCs.
It might.
Ooh, that's not
pretty
bad.
good.
That's really good.
You see, surprisingly enough, that Thuldrin Creed is looking the most thoughtful. Now the rest of you, all of you, no offense, but you don't have young sons. And he puts his hand on Durin Creed's shoulder. You're also down in Ulfton and other places like that. Down further south, you get a lot of your money from the Arthfell Forest. Me and Falcon's Hollow is tied up in Darkmoon Wood. If Darkmoon Wood fails, Falcon's Hollow fails. Now, I'm sure you gentlemen will make sure that I get a nice job down in the Arthfell Forest or in some other forest where the Lumber Consortium works. But Falcon's Hollow would be gone. And I ain't going to pretend for a second that things will be as lucrative without duskwood. And I got to think of my son. You know, Your children are grown or near to it. They're going to be, sitting on the board soon enough. They'll be joining us in these meetings soon enough. But Jurin's still got, 10, 15 years to grow before he starts doing that. And I want there to be a forest for him to log. When he becomes Gavel of Falcon's Hollow, I want him to understand the opportunities.
And he's not going to have those opportunities if you don't fix the forest now.
You gotta say, well, we can't slow production, that's for sure. We might be able to move some things around in the budget. Maybe hire some planters. Well, it'd be great PR. It'd be great PR. The Green Fire Circle will be all over that. This would raise the Lumber Consortium's status in the eyes of everyone in Dark Moon Vale and Andoran. They start excitingly talking about it as if it was their idea the whole time. And as that happens, roll me a perception check.
In Goblin, Henrietta is going to go, humans.
Very much humans. All of them are humans. There's not one non-human among them. All right. That's a 15. That's pretty good.
It's good for what I can roll.
As I said, there's been a fairly steady stream of people who have paid their tickets to get in and are, touring the machines. And then over here we have the automatic sawmill. Now we're walking, that kind of thing. And all of a sudden, there's a scream, a little girl's scream. And you see that a little girl has gotten her dress caught in the rotating gears of one of the machines. She had crawled over the barrier before that and gotten caught in it. And you notice her as she starts screaming. And of course, everybody starts looking around. What do you do, Anne?
I'm going to draw the silver dagger and run over to Code Free.
Okay. Go ahead and make me an attack roll. Just make sure you don't cut her accidentally or something like that. That's very good. All right. You nimbly leap over there. And just about the time that other people finally locate where the scream was coming from, oh my, by the gods, there's a girl in the machines. You get up to her and you just neatly slice through a corner of her dress and then pull her away. And she's trembling and crying the way that a little girl does. She can't be more than like 5 or 6. And she turns to you and just clings to you. She's about your height. Little bit shorter than you at this age. And she's just clinging to you and just sobbing as her parents, her mother and father, rush up to you. Oh my God, is she all right?
She'll be fine. Though perhaps you should keep your eye on her more.
We turned away for a second to look at the automated saw, and then she was gone. Of course, we'll keep a closer eye on you. Thank you. You're one of the adventuring party, right, Henrietta?
That's me.
Thank you, Henrietta. Thank you so much. I shudder to think what would have happened if she'd gotten an arm caught in those gears.
I could tell you, but it wouldn't be pretty.
Maybe I don't want to hear that then.
And Hen's going to lift her up and put her over the barrier towards the parents.
They will pick her up, and the mother holds her close. The father, holds both of them and looks at you with just sheer gratitude. Thank you so much.
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
All right. So having won over to an extent, at least getting them willing to plant trees instead of just cutting them down, having gotten through to the lumber consortium, and having saved a little girl, where do you go next, Hen?
She's gonna sheath.
Or are you going to return? Or are you going to return to the debate?
No, she's gonna sheath the blade. As far as she's concerned, she's done all she can with the consortium right now. They're already discussing the replanting effort. So she's going to head out and is that a bridge over to the sculpting contest?
Yes. Now the sculpting contest, yes, there is a bridge, a pontoon bridge across the lake.
All right, that's the way she'll go then.
Okay. You head across the pontoon bridge. Hopefully you don't get too seasick. If you've ever been on a pontoon bridge before, like it kind of bobs a little bit. When you get over to where the map says ice sculpting contest, you see a sign set out front. Let me take a look at this. There we go. The area is roped off. There's signs posted about that all read in big letters in both Taldan, which is the common tongue, and also some of the local, some other local dialects like Elven and Dwarven. Do not enter in big letters. And you see a trio of sort of comical little gnomes just very swiftly moving tremendous blocks of ice. All three of them have to cooperate. These are so heavy. You see a banner above the field that reads Gruttelmugger's Traveling Ice Carving Contest. 10 GP to the grandest chipper. Takes place after the fireworks. So they're just setting that up right now. It will be. Let me get the exact time.
Well, if there's
Right.
like if
It says
there's no...
it says that it will start at 9 bells.
Okay, if there's no ice sculpting now, then she's just going to walk past and head towards Monstrous Gridzal.
Monstrous Gridzal. Truly, one of the more fearsome creatures here. As you head towards that, across the shoreline of the lake, over to your left, you see where the mirrors have been set up with paper mache, making it look kind of like a maze of ice. And then beyond that is a small encampment of wagons and tents near the entrance to the ice maze. And in the center of the encampment is a tremendous iron cage and signs all over that read, "Approach at your own risk. Please do not taunt the beast. Do not feed the beast. Do not let the beast taste human flesh." And inside the cave paces a huge, hulking, dark-haired minotaur. Taking, like, there's a whole crowd, and he roars at them, and they all back up. Oh! And he takes an iron bar, and he starts bending it. Children are daring one another to get as close as possible, and some of the more rambunctious ones are saying, "Pull his hair! I bet you won't pull his hair. Throw a tomato at him." And when they get too close, he just gives a horrifying, fearsome roar, and the children scatter. He's dressed in comically stereotypical barbarian garb. He has a belt and a loincloth. He has a huge gold earring in one of his cow-like ears. The hair along his chest and his inner arms is cut short, apparently to show off his musculature, which is formidable. And on the rest of him, his hair is grown very long and shaggy, making him look demonic.
And you say that everyone else sort of like ran off.
No, there's a whole crowd around. When they get too close, he'll roar at them, and they'll scatter.
Did anyone else lose Serpent just then?
It sounds like Serpent's
Yeah.
microphone's changed.
Yeah, Serpent.
did
Sounds
it?
like your mic. Yeah. Okay, it's back to normal. That was
Is
weird.
it? Okay, good.
Yeah, because you started that, and then all I heard was like you 20 feet away going, some of them scatter.
Sorry about that. Technical difficulties group once again. But yeah, there's a whole crowd there oohing and eyeing, and it's a small town. They've never seen a Minotaur before. They've heard about them, of course, in stories, but they've never seen one before. So you get the kind of, country bumpkin speculation about what Minotaurs do. So I hear they eat human flesh. I hear that they have such magic that they will take a village and turn it into a maze. I hear that they'll take human women and sometimes men and do things to them.
I mean, yeah, but humans do that too.
Well, yeah, but it's natural when we do it.
It's natural for humans to eat human flesh.
Well, no, not that part.
So it's natural for you to just take an entire town and turn it into a maze?
No, let you. Do you speak Taldane? Do you understand Taldane?
Am I speaking to you right now?
You don't seem to be understanding very well. No, I mean, it's natural for human men and women to get together and do things, and not whatever that beast does.
He just does the same as men. I mean, would you tell a woman not to go with an elf?
Well, I mean, my grandpappy might have. I wouldn't, though, but, they look like us.
I mean, so does he, apart from his head.
Well, I mean, he's got fur all over his body. And this is true. This is a Pathfinder Minotaur is not just the head of a bull. Like, he's a full, shaggy anthro bull kind of thing.
Yeah. So he's just hairy. I've seen plenty of lumberjacks that are almost as hairy as him.
Well, that's true. I have seen that. Well, I don't know. He seems scary. Got all those signs and everything like that. I wonder if he's killed anybody. He probably has. It's probably why they got to keep him in the cage.
I mean, I've killed people.
Well, but rescuing kids.
I mean, yeah, this time. I've had to kill people for less reasons before. My own survival, for one.
Well, but not for fun. He looks like he kill people for fun.
There are some people I did enjoy killing. They deserved it.
They seem a little uncomfortable with where this conversation is going.
Look,
They
at the
sort
end
of
of the
start-
day, he's no scarier than a strange man.
They start edging away from you a little bit.
She'll give an award-winning smile. All 47 teeth.
And about
Don't
that
ask where the
time, you
48th
realize.
one.
Yeah. About that time, you see that Grodzel has been noticing that conversation and gives a kind of low before turning around and lifting just like this solid sphere of marble.
Now, see, that's frightening.
I think we lost Serpent again.
I
Probably.
lost the mic. Hang on.
We lost the mic. Damn it, little Paul, give the mic back.
No, it's mine.
You can't keep it. We need it.
No, it's mine.
Technical difficulties party.
Yay.
Okay, are we coming through now?
Yep.
Am I sounding good now? Good. Excellent.
Last thing I heard was you were lifting a sphere of marble.
And then Henrietta was like, now that's scary.
He is a very strong creature. And that's just kind of what he's doing. Like he's clearly intelligent. He is clearly showing off for the people, for the marks. Despite the many signs telling people not to feed him, there are people like chucking food into the cage. And sometimes coins as well, which he collects. He has like a little pile of coppers in the corner.
She's gonna walk like right up to the cage.
And he'll look at you and give a huge roar.
You know, it dawns on me. If you can lift that marble, what are these bars made of?
The Minotaur looks at you and says, "Don't give it away for the marks."
That's why I came here. I'm just asking. And just then, as he like leans in, and she's like, "Yeah, I was just asking," and she's gonna go, "Oh no!" and just run off, going, "Ah, he's gonna kill me!"
He's gonna snap his teeth right in front of you. um,
And she's gonna pelt off towards the food tent, like down there, and then we can stop that.
yes. Let's move forward to Kara. It's about 1:00 in the afternoon when you head back for your wrestling match. And the strong man says, the one who thinks that they can beat me, this strong man. Come here and let me tell you just how I will break your body."
So as he says that, Kara's gonna finally take off her pack, and the pack's been full to its brim, encumbrance point, of rocks and everything. So it just makes this loud thud to the ground. Maybe a few rocks spill out.
Oh no, his clothing was weighted. Give me a perception check.
All you hear in the background is the Rock Lee music.
On a rock.
Nope.
So, after trying to gesture subtly a bunch of times, finally the strong man just walks over to you, grabs your arm, and says, "Get over here. What's the matter with you?
Huh?
Come on. You do this 10 here."
Okay, well,
What do you do?
just really confused because she was just trying to be intimidating, and now you guys like shifty and stuff.
Okay. He gets you into the tent and says, "Okay. You ever wrestled at a carnival before?"
No, only in sparring
All right.
practices at the dojo.
Okay. Here at the carnival, the point is to make everybody happy. All right? We're gonna fight. It's gonna be real. But we maybe exaggerate some parts of it. You understand?
What do you mean? Going for extra force into the punches? I can do that. I can do that a lot.
Uh, You are a hero. People in the town, they love you. You save the children. Yes?
Yeah, yeah,
Yes, you save the
hero.
children? Yes. So, when I come out in the ring, I'm gonna be super mean. I'm gonna be the bad guy. I'm gonna tell everybody how their town sucks. I'm gonna tell them how they're all just country yokos. And how they don't deserve to watch me in the ring. And they will hate me. You understand?
Okay, part of that is true. A lot of them are country yokels.
Okay, but I'm going to say it to their faces and yell it at them.
We,
So
we've
they hate
we've
me.
done that before.
So they hate me, and they like you because you're the hero, right?
Yeah.
So I need you to play that up, to be the hero, to be the one who's going to beat the big bad villain. And it doesn't matter which one of us wins or loses. What matters is the hero's gonna fight the villain. And if the villain wins, they're gonna boo and hiss, but he's still gonna be entertained. And if the
Okay.
hero wins, they're gonna cheer and yay, and they're also gonna be entertained. So you think you can play that up a little bit?
Sure. Just remember, don't hold back your punches because I need training, and then this needs to actually be authentic.
Sure. Uh, Also, perhaps we put a little twist in the middle, where we
Hmm?
each get a spot. You know what a spot is?
You mean like a mole?
Jesus.
Okay, so a spot
I think I got
is
one
a
on my left butt
part.
cheek.
How could you tell through all the fur? You know what? Never mind. A spot is a part where you're not fighting for real anymore. You put on an act just for a little bit, and then you go back to fighting for real. Okay? The crowd loves this if you do this right.
Hmm.
So, during the fight, I take you, I lift you over my head because I'm the strong man. And you struggle, but you don't get out of my grip as I lift you over my head. Okay? Then I flip you around with your head towards the ground. And I drop. And it's gonna look like I just slam your head into the ground. But it's not. All right? I'm gonna catch your head with my legs. It's going to be an act. But everybody is going to gasp, and you're going to fall over and lie still for a little while, and they're going to think, "Oh no, she broke his neck. She broke the neck. She's dead." And I am going to growl and tell them all that no one can beat me. And then you're going to get up and they're going to go insane. Okay?
Uh. Okay.
All right. We can do a spot for you too. You have a move or something like that that maybe I can help you show off really well?
No, that won't be necessary. Just make sure there's a medic on
Okay.
hand.
All right. Also, nothing lethal. right? We
Yes,
both lived through
yes.
this. And he's wrestling. That means the goal is not the knockout. The goal is the pin. Both shoulders of the opponent have to be on the ground. You have to cover the body. And then a slow 3 count. Don't worry, the crowd's gonna count to 340. They love this. Okay? First
Okay.
person to keep the opponent pinned for 3 count wins. Okay? It's submission.
Yeah.
That is the match.
I saw someone in your troop. They were casting illusionary magic. I think. Do you think they could apply some of that to my outfit?
Would not be a bad idea. Could go talk to the boss. He's good at that. What did you have in mind?
I'm not that much of a magic caster, so my magical representation isn't really that strong with my fiery punches and stuff. But maybe they can make it so that my cufflinks glow a bit.
Your cufflinks.
Yeah.
So like glowing with power at your wrist.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe make the eyes
Yeah.
on my formal attire glow a little bit on the mask.
You wear a mask like a vigilante.
Well, it's mainly like when there was ceremonies at the dojo, we put it on because it's a formal attire. But yeah,
Okay, I see.
she'll pull
Yeah.
out the uniform drawing that I sent you.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah, come with me. We go see the boss. And he takes you, assuming you follow him. Do you follow him? He takes you from here past the menagerie and up towards this carriage right here. And he kind of does this surreptitiously, like he's sneaking around behind tents and everything like that. Like, it's no good if the audience sees us talking together, you know? They think maybe we don't actually hate each other.
I mean,
And then
we weren't hating each other when I challenged you.
we don't actually hate each other, but we're gonna act like we hate each other.
Oh, right.
Because
right.
that brings the audience in, right? And another thing, you not tell anyone about this, right? This is sacred between Garnies. You not tell anyone that we talk about this beforehand,
Okay.
right? As far as anybody else is concerned, I really am a big bad villain and I really hate your guts. And when I slam your head into the ground, it's really slammed into the ground. You are just tough enough to take it.
Okay.
Okay? Okay. And he takes you to the wagon and he knocks on the door, says, "Hey, boss, we have favor." And out of the wagon comes the very sort of goth-looking Ayuvaran that you saw earlier. That guy right there. He is not in that outfit. He does have both the swords at his side, but he's at somewhat more comfortable clothes. He looks at the strong man, and then he looks at you. You're bringing in an outsider now, Havre? Boss, these outsiders are gonna wrestle me. We were thinking maybe you could use some of the magic to make her look especially good, right? What did you have in mind?
Well, I was thinking maybe my cuffs would glow like. Well, I guess I'm not really angelic anymore. Diabolic like. And have the same for my eyes. To be on this formal attire, she pulls it out from her bag.
All right. I can probably do something with that. Give me one moment. And you don't speak Elven, do you?
No. Just I speak
He
cat and
begins.
dragon.
He begins half singing, half chanting, low in Elven. And as he does, spirals of purple glowing runes work from his fingers up his arms. And then he touches the cufflinks, and they start to glow. And he touches the mask, and it starts to glow. No, that should last until morning.
Thank you.
Your cufflinks and mask are now shedding light in a 20-foot radius with dim light 20 feet beyond that. He just put a light cantrip on you several times.
Actually, you can only have one of those on at a time.
You can only have one of those on at a time?
I don't know. You probably can.
Uh,
It might be a concentration thing because it lasts for a long time.
you can sustain the spell to move the light, like the dancing light spell.
That's
Although,
like,
to be fair,
but
dancing lights would work better.
I'm just picturing him like constantly sitting at the desk, fingers on the floor, just concentrating until the end of this match. Just, done yet?
Yeah, you can attach the light to a creature, causing it to float near that creature as it moves. Right, you can have up to 4 lights going at any one time.
Oh, okay,
so he currently has 3 going, one for the mask and one for each of the cufflinks. He's got it so that it's casting a sort of baleful red light.
Oh shit, I forgot I also did the belt.
He sighs, touches the belt starts glowing. That's it, I can't do any more. You better put on a good show.
Oh, that's up to the strong man here, not going down in a single punch.
Oh, I think I can last at least 2 punches. All right. Okay. So that's you getting ready for the wrestling match, which will take place in an hour at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. During which time the strong man is going to try to induct you in some of the lore of wrestling. And as I mentioned last time, I'm basing this on the way wrestling was fairly early in the process. They weren't fixing the whole matches yet, but they were playing to the crowd. So it's not predetermined who the winner is, but there is going to be spots, and you are going to play it up, and you are going to create a narration, or at least the strongman is. We'll see how good you are at that, Kara. And so he's going to spend an hour teaching you terms like kayfabe and and heel and face.
And all that's gonna go one ear and out the other.
This guy's Shaver Shimon.
I'm actually kind of envisioning him as like if the Iron Sheik didn't play up the Arabic part so much.
Yeah, he's literally Iron Sheik meets Razor Ramon.
Yeah. All right. While that is being prepared, let's go over to Baxter Bones. After you go to the menagerie, what are you doing, Baxter Bones?
So I went to the menagerie and I saw all that stuff. I see a bridge right here. So I am going to cross this bridge
Right.
and make
The
my way.
yeah, that's the
over
little
to-
river that feeds into the lake.
Yep.
There's one on the other side too.
Yep. I'm gonna go to the monstrous Gradzal.
Okay.
Don't know
As
what
you
that is, but
that is the Minotaur that Hen just went to.
okay.
As you reach about here, you see Hen walking the other direction, going towards the food.
Baxter would walk up towards Hen and be, so, Hen, what do you think of this circus carnival event?
I mean, it's all right. It's for the common folk, you know.
Ah,
It's
yes.
not really what it seems, but it's not meant to, you know.
Yeah, I completely understand. The menagerie was, like, Baxter will, like, shake a little bit. It was not a nice place to be. However, I have been told that the elephant ears, whatever those are really delicious.
Yeah, I
This
think
must- This must be some kind of commoner food that I've yet to discover, but it's piqued my interest. So, would you care to walk with me as we find out what this elephant ear tastes like?
I mean, sure. It's just pastry and a bit of cream, but I guess.
Thank you.
As you move among the food, there are indeed elephant ears and funnel cakes and all sorts of stuff like that. There are also two things that are perhaps a little bit more of note. One is a charming old woman rocking in a wicker chair, spitting apples on clean whittled sticks and then dipping them into a pot of melted caramel and making candy apples as she's out there. And of
See,
course, the kids
as
love
much
candy apples.
as much as I want to get a candy apple, dogs have canines. I don't know how well I'd be able to eat a candy apple.
She's selling candy apples for 1 ticket apiece.
Yeah, they don't really have molars, so it's going to be kind of hard to, you know.
But meanwhile, there is an ongoing pie baking contest that is voted for by the visitors to the carnival, which means that there is a gaggle of apron wearing people, men and women, with
Oh, you should not
steaming
have
hot
said that.
with steaming hot pies.
Baxter is
Just
going to see the. Or sorry, continue.
just trying to give their pies to as many people as possible. Try mine. It's better than any of the others. Oh, I use a special ingredient in this one. It's family secret. Remember to vote for me. Vote for me to win the pie baking contest.
Baxter's going to look to Henrietta, and he's going to simply say, "See that over there? The pie contest thing. I think we're gonna have a little fun with it. You know, judge them, give them my. After all, I have a very refined palate, so a little better than the common folk. Not saying that it's better or anything, but it kind of is. But I will. Before I go do that, is there anything of interest you'd like to inform me of? Any, like, have you picked up any interesting people? Any fun events? Anything like that?"
Well, apparently there's going to be fireworks, whatever those are.
Ooh, fireworks? I haven't seen fireworks in a long time.
I know what a steelworks is, but not a firework.
So, a firework is gunpowder inside of a paper rocket. with a stick and a fuse. You light the fuse, you stick, and then once the fuse hits the gunpowder, it flies into the air and explodes into color. The sound is quite terrifying. It hurts my ears a bit, but it is a beautiful sight.
That just sounds like a bomb that you throw far away.
I like bombs. I'm sure someone at some point in time has used them for warfare. In fact, that reminds me of a book I read.
You read books?
Of course I read books. What else is there to do to pass the time? I study over old cases, making sure everything is good. And then when I'm done, I'll cozy up, have a little bit of tea, and just read a good book.
I didn't know you could read.
It took me a while to learn, but I managed it. The hardest part, though, is my pause, you see. Turning the pages is the most difficult thing.
I can see how that would happen.
You see, I've had this idea for a while. I just need to find an alchemist or not an alchemist, an artificer, someone who could create like a book, like a book on like a scroll or a tablet that could read it to you. You know what I mean? That way you can just set it down, listen to the book while doing work.
Well, that's stupid. That'd never catch on.
Well, if it doesn't catch on, it's not really for others. It's just for me, so I can get more work done. But anyways, continue enjoying the festivities. I'm gonna go try some pie. And Baxter gives a little curts or like a fancy little bow as he walks away.
All right, don't make yourself sick.
The pie is all you can eat because there's plenty of contestants and they all want you to vote for them.
Yep, Baxter is gonna try a small slice from every single one of them, and he's gonna give the most like
Ooh.
Gordon Ramsay critique.
Okay, actual Gordon Ramsay critique or Gordon Ramsay putting on a show for the cameras critique?
Gordon Ramsay putting on a show for the cameras critique.
Yeah,
Been
donkey.
raw.
Except for his is gonna. Oh my gosh, I'm really playing into the Britishness, aren't I?
Little bit.
Anyways, yeah, that's what Baxter's gonna go do. He's gonna go taste every single pie, just a small little, not even a full slice, just like a single like fork's bite worth.
Oh god, he's gonna be one of those people who comes around with a bucket and spits out the bite after he's tasted it.
Not if it's good.
Go ahead and roll me a fortitude save as you eat what is probably too much pie.
A fortitude, you got it. Luckily, I'm an expert in that.
Yes. Oh.
You know what? I don't think we're gonna do combat. I'll hero that.
You don't think we're gonna do combat? Okay. Okay, roll it. A little bit better.
Yeah, I'll take the 19.
Yeah. So some of the pies are really, really good. There's one that is a classic strawberry pie that is just fantastic. It is just amazing. And there's another one that it's an apple pie, but there's something else in there, and you're not. It's difficult to tell, like some blend of other flavors in there. Maybe some kind of like spice that you might put on a pumpkin, maybe, or something like that. Anyway, it's really good. However,
can I roll nature to try to figure out what that spice is?
I would not know what to tell you. Pies are not one of the things I can cook.
Is that a hint of nutmeg I taste?
It's a family secret passed on from my grandmother.
Ah, I gotta say, it's a lovely pie. A little bit overcooked. Maybe take it, lower the heat for about 3 minutes before you pull it out. To help with the setting process, so it's evenly crusted on all sides. But besides that, this is a delicious pie, sir.
There are also pies that are horrible. Just terrible. Most of the pies, of course, are somewhere in the middle. They're perfectly serviceable as pies. Nothing to write home about. But there's some that are just awful. And after your second one of those, you think maybe it's time to stop tasting pies.
Yeah, when I get
for a little while at least.
Yeah, when Baxter gets that second pie that's absolutely horrendous, Baxter's gonna look at the pie, look at the baker, look back down at the pie, gently set it down onto the table, and then just slowly turn his head up as he leans in a little closer, not loud, and says in a soft voice, not loud, where it's only loud enough that he'd be able to hear. I must say, sir, this pie is absolutely horrendous. The cooking is all wrong. The textures are uneven. It's half crusted on one end, soft on the other. Your flavor ratio is completely off whack. It's a mess. I hate to say it, sir, but you are not winning this. It is, so revolting. And with that, he gives a little bow, and before he has time to respond, walks away.
He looks at you like a deer caught in the headlights. Tears begin welling in his eyes. And then finally he turns, covering his eyes with his arm as he runs away, sobbing.
Baxter would pat his hands together and be like,
"Oh no, he's gone. He is gone."
No, Baxter's not even doing this to him. Baxter's doing this for himself. He pats his hands, takes out a handkerchief and cleans off any pie residue that's on his face, on his paws.
So everybody at the pie contest hates you. You have made an enemy of every pastry chef in Falcon's Hollow. And meanwhile, as you're doing this, there are children who, at this point, their faces are more pie filling than clean skin.
Yeah.
And roll me a perception check. All right. You notice that there's a group of young boys, probably around 9, 10, sitting together, talking with each other while and at the same time just stuffing themselves with pie. And then one of them starts beating his chest and coughing.
Baxter... sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead.
No, Baxter, immediately seeing this kid start to choke on the pie, would run as fast as he can to get to him and immediately start patting the back of his chest and doing and trying to get it out of his system.
All right, roll me a medicine check.
Okie doke.
That is sufficient to just sort of, dislodge the piece of pie that was choking him. Yeah. And everything like that. He coughs and, being a boy of that age doesn't really thank you so much as go immediately back to talking with his friends and stuffing his face. At that point, one of the chefs comes up to you and says, "You did all right with that, but next time you want to get your hands a little bit more under the diaphragm." Do that. Another one comes out and says you really need to work a little bit on the speed at which you do that, because you got to do it like a puff of air. And one by one, most of the pie bakers come over to critique your use of the Heimlich maneuver.
After the third one, Hen's going to step up and just You what? I will roll intimidate if I have to.
On me?
No, on the people that are crowding you.
Oh.
All right. They'll before you roll intimidate, if you roll intimidate, that's almost certainly going to scatter them. But before you roll intimidate, they're going to say, "Oh, we're just giving our helpful advice because we want this dear dog to become better at medical first aid." Yeah, we're just giving our opinion, polite like he gave to us.
I didn't realize that there was a medicine contest going on.
Well, it's never too late to learn.
You're right. Just like it's never too late to learn how to make a pie properly.
I don't know if you've ever pissed off an entire homeowners association before.
Yes, although technically we
Oh,
don't
dear.
actually have one here.
Oh
But
my
yeah, no,
god,
I've seen it happen.
I am pissing off the Baker's HOA. This
You
is
know,
the best day ever.
You know the look they give you.
Yes, I
The
do.
the ice cold stare that they give you.
Yeah.
You're both getting it now.
It's the so you have chosen death.
Oh no,
Yes.
it's like the time when the
As-
HOA sees that you
as only a
painted your
Karen
front
can.
door pink.
Yeah,
That's
only
okay.
a Karen can.
Because Hen gives them a normal smile, and when they don't stop, she just smiles wider. The teeth come out.
The whole rest of the time you're here in the food area, because the tales are going to spread, you are going to get fairly frequent dirty looks. And also, they keep giving you the most over-fried elephant ears.
The best thing about this is Hen doesn't care.
Yeah.
No.
No,
Why-
Baxter.
Goblins
also,
have a super metabolism, anyways.
The best thing is Baxter doesn't think he did anything wrong. In his mind, he's critiquing them to help them.
And they're, of course, never going to come out and say that it hurt their feelings or that they were offended by that. They will never say that. This is entirely passive-aggressive.
Oh yeah, no, and because Baxter is great at picking up on social cues and just social deduction, he's aware that they're mad, and in his mind, he's thinking, I guess they can't handle the truth.
Knows about social cues, somehow doesn't know he insulted them.
Oh no, he's fully no. In his mind, it's not an insult if he's telling the truth.
Oh, Baxter, you
Okay.
sweet summer child.
It's the autism.
Yeah. Oh God.
Anyways, yeah,
Too
Baxter's
real.
going.
Too real.
Baxter's gonna walk away from the food area before a mob forms.
Oh dear. Meanwhile, on the lake, after an hour passes, you finally bring the paddle boats back into the dock. Elowen and Little Paw and Kitani. And Katani's really warmed up to you and talked to you about how at one point she wished that she would be an adventurer as well.
Did she take an arrow to the knee?
No, she took a child out of the
To
womb.
the knee? Wow.
When Kimmy came along, she thought it wouldn't be fair for Kimmy to not have either parent. And she asks a lot of questions about you two, Elowen. And Little Paw, she asks questions about you mostly to be polite. But she's clearly focused on Elowen.
And they called it puppy love.
Sorry, so she's just asked the questions?
This is just summarizing what the last hour on the paddle boat's been like. Like,
Oh, yeah, okay, yeah.
she's been chatting with you. What impression would you like to leave her with of you?
I don't know. I'm sorry.
It's make me a perception check.
Okay.
All right. That is actually enough for your level. So, Little Paul, this is incredibly obvious to you. You know absolutely almost nothing about human or humanoid, in this case, courting practices. But even to you, it's obvious fairly early on that Kitani is romantically interested in Elowen. Elowen, for you, it's not until you've left the paddle boat and you're standing on the dock and Kitani says, well, it's been wonderful. I don't think I've had this much fun with somebody since I left Kyonin. And slowly the dots start to get connected. She left Kyonin with the guy that she eventually married. Could she be flirting with me? And suddenly you start rolling back through your conversation. Oh. And about that time, Kitani looks towards the games and contest and says, oh, there's Kimmy. I really hope I see you again. Kimmy! And she walks off after her child right about the time that you realize, oh, she was acting like that was a date.
Huh. As she runs away, Elowen's like, wait, Little Paul?
Huh?
Am I making something up here?
You're not gonna respond to the mating call?
She, like, coughs and splutters for a second. She's like, what?
Weren't you doing a mating ritual?
Error 404, Elowen not found.
Not Elowen over here casually being romanced by a married woman.
It's polyamorous bisexual panic. Don't even worry about it. At least I assume it's polyamory and we're not just cheating.
Well, that
I'll have to
would
ask.
probably be a very good question to ask at some point.
Yeah.
I don't even know how this world deals. I don't know how this world, compared to real medieval area, dealt with like polygamy and polyamory and stuff like that.
So,
Well, Bass insists on it.
Pathfinder, just for ease and comfort of play on Galarian, tends to have the same gamut of different relationships that we have on our modern day.
Okay.
The historical Earth prejudices against such things are more or less not prevalent, for the same reason that, you know, institutionalized sexism is not nearly as prevalent on Galarian.
Yeah, but racism is.
Yes, but not between people of different colored skin.
Yeah, that's just it, like actual races.
Yeah, basically, we're not touching real world bigotry with a 10-foot pole.
Yeah, no, I completely
in Pathfinder.
understand. Yes, no, but yeah.
Parallels, perhaps, but not actual.
Yeah, no, we would
same
not
thing.
ever want to go down that rabbit hole.
Class warfare, a little bit though.
Baxter's definitely gonna make his way over here. But that we can let other. So basically, Baxter's going from the food to the peep show because
The peep show. Okay.
he's just curious.
Well, in order to move this along while you're doing that, because we have been on Baxter's time.
Oh yeah, no.
As you
like I
start
said,
heading over that way,
Oh, sorry.
as you start heading over that way, past the menagerie again, you start when you get to this plane here, and Elowen, you're close. You and Little Paw are close enough to hear this as well. Hen, where did you go after you left the food?
I thought they were with me.
Are you still with Baxter, Hen?
No, she never left the food.
Oh, so Hen's still with the food. So Hen may or may not hear this, but you can if you want. As suddenly, ladies and gentlemen, we present a feat of combat prowess. And out into that field stomps the strong man. And he glares at you. You lumberjacks, you are all weak. You are weak and tiny people. Strong. You have
We've
to
lost Jim.
drop down. Have I lost me?
Yeah, it keeps switching back and forth.
Oh, God damn it. This is right in the middle of my big heel speech.
It's okay. You're just bouncing between the speakers in the stadium.
Right. Okay, we'll try this. Am I back now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're back.
I have to figure out why this is going on. Anyways, you all have to help each other float the logs down the river. I lift 5 logs onto my shoulders. This is what real man is, and that is why all your wives look at me with the winking. None of you can take me because Falcon's Hollow is a shit weak town. And everybody's booing and hissing and everything like that. Is there even one person here who would dare to face the strong man in the squared circle of wrestling? And Kara, that is your cue.
You know, strong man, your mouse chest and checks that your ass can't handle.
Yes. It turns to you and says, "Who is this little cat woman?"
Me?
You think you can take me?
Please. I take you in my sleep.
The only one who will be sleeping is you. I challenge you to a wrestling match. First one to pinfall and count of 3.
Sure, if you think you can even catch me.
And with that, let's go ahead and drop into initiative. Let me pull out.
Or do I get to throw things at him?
If you, as many of you who want to be in the crowd, please feel free to do anything reasonable for a wrestling crowd.
I pull out the steel chair.
You make the handout for the Artemid?
I mean, if it's an ECW show.
Better yet, I bring out the crowbar.
What did you say, Carl?
You make the handout for the Artemid?
Yes, absolutely. And this is definitely not me. scrambling to do that.
Hen's just gonna run up and see Cara in the ring and just be like, "We need someone's help. Anyone's help. We need Joe Hendry."
My fucking god.
Say his name and he appears. I
Suddenly, a
believe in
time-traveling
Hendry.
Joe Hendry crashes naked from a Terminator bubble in the middle of the ring. The audience starts doing the double clap thing. No, that does not happen. That would be awful.
In a lesser game, it would.
In a lesser game, it would. We have the greater game. We can handle time-traveling wrestlers.
Well, I didn't realize we were playing Suburban Commando. Say what you want about him.
Okay, I will.
I was going to say but, and then just never did.
He was a rat who busted the Union.
Dr. Emmett Brown was in that movie, though, and he actually did good in it.
Well, you know.
He does good in every film he's in.
It's Christopher Lloyd. Anyways, not getting distracted. Definitely getting Kara's wrestling outfit, which Kara actually drew for us because Kara is awesome.
Yeah, it's not like I was vamping so that you could do that.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's not like Kara messaged you like hours before the session.
Look.
The silence is deafening.
The silence is deafening. We're just in dead air right here as I'm desperately trying to make my system find the right freaking folder to put this in.
You know, Strongman, you're acting like you could rip me limb for limb. I think you might be doing me a favor. Why don't you start with my hand? I got one too many fingers, you know. And I'll give you the middle one.
Oh, you have given me the middle finger. This is very rude where I come from. Where do I come from? Somewhere foreign. And the crowd boos.
Question, what kind of mustache/beard does this man have?
A glorious mustache that curls at the end.
I thought we weren't...
Then heavy stubble for the rest.
I thought we weren't doing the Sheik coming from a very far away place.
Yes. Or who is that guy that they used to do where his whole thing was that he was from Iran? Like that was his whole thing. He was from Iran and therefore the bad guy. Luckily, wrestling is somewhat better than that now.
I mean, you say that, we still have Gunther.
Okay, but Gunther is awesome. Gunther will slap the soul out of you. If you don't understand what we're talking about, watch more pro wrestling. It really is astounding. Just absolutely astounding. Okay. Meanwhile, smoothly transitioning with absolutely no break whatsoever.
Wow.
We have Kara.
I mean, that background was a choice for that picture.
What?
You can't see any of the circle because of the background.
But I think it's aiming at the most important area. I don't know what to talk about.
We are a PG-13
no,
stream.
we're not.
Thank you very much. Okay, We're not a rated X stream.
I say we are PG-17.
See, that's why they're dressed.
That's
the
called
thing.
R. That's called rated R. PG-17 is just R. Okay, let's roll us some initiatives.
I think we need our tokens out, right?
Actually, yeah, that would make this easier, wouldn't it? Here, we're going to put everybody's token out. Just right out here so that everybody can be part of the fun.
Little Paw is normal size, and we're all giants.
Yes, correct. Why is there not? Oh, because this is a map and I don't have that. Okay, sorry. We have to do this real quick. I need an actual map, which I should have prepared, but I did not realize that Foundry worked that way. My apologies for this sudden screeching halt to the proceedings.
We're so professional.
We are incredibly professional, and I dare anyone to say otherwise, but not too loud. Okay. This is just super bare bones, but that's all right. Evelyn, why do you still have your light on?
Because it's dark.
And also, they are
Because I have a
currently
girl to impress.
No, you've already oppressed the girl. That's why you're glowing.
Oh, yeah.
Kara's in there. The strongman is there. And do a few very quick changes to this. There, everybody can see everything now. All right. And yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Presumably Rexty who did that.
No.
All right, we'll put everybody into the combat. And where did you go? Put you out there.
Yeah, I went over to the corner because I'm not near the fight.
Oh, right. Okay, well, we can leave you out of initiative, I guess, then.
Yeah. I'm not going to be there to do anything, so.
If that's your choice, you could hear the commotion doing this and run over, but
if I come over there, I'm getting in the ring and I'd ruin the fight.
Oh, audience cannot go in the ring.
Have you seen pro wrestling? It happens a lot.
It does. Well, it happens some.
Admittedly, less during this era.
Yes. Far less today than it used to. Turn off your jellyfish lamp. Elowen. And everybody else, go ahead and roll initiative. Everybody else? Anybody else?
Nope, I'm good.
I was
Anybody
looking for the initiative
scream?
button.
We lost an Elowen.
Because Elowen made an oopsie and pressed the wrong button.
I see. Little Paw, roll that initiative.
Why? I'm not there.
You're in Elwyn's hair.
Well, true, but I'm not going to be in this thing.
Okay. There we go.
So since since Rex D isn't physically there as Hen, does Rex D want to be an announcer for the fight?
Why would you give them this power?
I actually really like that.
How now?
Rex D and Little Paw. Little Paw is color commentator.
Oh God.
Or I'm sorry, Rex D and Pythia, with Pythia as color commentator. This will be all theater of the mind, because this is all about the spectacle. The strong man is up first.
Coming in from parts unknown, standing at 6'6", weighing 674 pounds of pure muscle. The strong man.
All right. He walks out and he takes a turn around the ring, raising his hands above his head. Ah! I'm your worst nightmare. I will prove that all of you are weaklings. And uses an ability called Work the Crowd.
Is that an actual thing?
That is an actual thing that he has. He
For
can
his
work
class,
the
yeah,
crowd.
probably.
Here, I'll show you exactly what it does. And he is quickened. That doesn't help him this round, but we'll start attacking him this round. Next round, rather. And then at that point, he just leaps at you. Just runs at you and tries to clothesline through your head. Just with an outstretched stiff arm, just trying to hit your head. And misses. Misses badly.
Was that supposed to hurt? I don't feel pain. I don't got time for that. You can feel it for me.
Ah! Elowen. If you're just going to cheer, just say so and I'll move on. Or otherwise, you can do what you would do as an audience member. Elowen?
Still missing?
Moving on as Elowen cheers with the rest of the crowd. Kara! You nimbly duck under the clothesline.
So I assume there's some sort of like arena or cage around us.
Yeah, but it's not like a modern wrestling arena. Like there is a
There's like 4 ropes that
roped
mark
off.
it out, and that's about it.
Yeah, there's like four ropes, but they're not steel cables like modern wrestling ropes.
Well, Kara would like to climb onto them and try to jump up above him.
Okay.
And then try to like kick him in the chest.
Okay, a jump kick from Kara.
By God!
So do you want me to roll athletics for that or acrobatics?
That would be athletics in order to do the jump.
Oh!
Oh dear. Okay. Now you do your attack and just go ahead and give yourself a +5 to this.
Right, I didn't dragon stance. Oh well.
Well, you can't dragon stance right now. You're flying through the air.
Yeah, yeah. So unarmed.
We're also not trying to kill this guy.
Well, that's the thing. If my claws get engaged, those are lethal now.
You kick his chest, and he takes a step back and then just braces. He flexes and just growls.
Oh, did that sting a
That's a
little?
miss. That is a miss.
Oh,
I'm just playing it up for drama, though. That is 2 actions for... No, that's 3. Climbing up, jumping, and attack. All right. He now has an extra action at the beginning of each of his turn that he can only use to strike or stride, but you are right next to him. I'll put that there just so we can remember that you're right next to him. And so he is going to just take one big meaty arm and drive his forearm into your face, or attempt to. Oh, that sounded critical. That was critical. As you're suddenly hit by that big forearm, for 14 points of damage. And he's going to follow that up now by trying to roll through your space.
you too big for that?
But that's where his somersault attack comes into play. However, he does not make it, as you are just too dexterous to let him through that. Which means his tumble through failed, and you stop him cold. As he tries to roll through you, and you just grab him and pull him back up. Baxter, are you doing anything?
Nope, I am not. Baxter is just watching, eating his overcooked elephant ear.
Yes, the overcooked, small, and hard one. And I realized that I messed up because I gave him a turn too early, so we'll skip that. Elwyn, are you doing anything for the crowd?
Whoa, that's it.
Woo! Who are you cheering for, Elwyn? Which one?
Honestly, she would probably cheer for the other guy just to be a pain.
That's why I asked. Kara, it's your turn.
So Kara's just gonna like barely suggest to him because she's just grinning and wanted to hurt him a little bit for that punch, but she's gonna like barely suggest for him to duck as she unleashes her dragon breath.
Let's see how perceptive he is about that. He's pretty perceptive on that. He drops down to the floor as your dragon breath soars over his head. There are some shrieks from the crowd on the other side as the flames stop just inches from them. And the whole crowd's going crazy. Someone starts up a chant, Dragon Kara! Dragon Kara!
Oh, can you not stand the heat?
That is 2 of your 3 actions. What are you doing with the other one?
He is going to kick him while he's ducked down.
Oh no. That will be a hit.
Right, I should actually have him targeted. That would be smart, wouldn't it?
Yes, targeting him would be very good. You do hit him. And it is... the kick is insulting.
Why was that kick sounding like a moan?
Because he is set to the wrong voice. There we go.
I didn't realize he liked the pain.
You know, there's only a few reasons to get into this business. The kick's almost an insult. It doesn't really do a lot of damage, but it's not supposed to. It's supposed to make him look weak. It's supposed to make him look foolish, and it absolutely does. Baxter, you doing anything?
Nope. You can just skip me for this. Baxter's just gonna watch.
Okay, he is furious. He just gives out an animalistic howl. And he leaps to his feet. One action. He then attempts to scoop you up. And as he does so, he taps your shoulder, which is the symbol for the spot. So the question is, are you going to go along with the spot, Kara?
She forgets for a moment, but she realizes almost before it's a little too late.
Okay. So you are going
Yes.
along with the spot? He will lift you above his head, you struggle, and then he just flips you around upside down and pile drives you into the ground. He protects you very well. Like, it's still a jolt. You can feel it through your body, but it doesn't actually hurt your head. It doesn't hurt your neck or anything like that. He releases you and you just flop over, and he starts walking around saying, "You see, no one beats the strong man. I have exterminated your champion, your hero. You are nothing." And everybody gasps, wondering if you've broken your neck, wondering what's happened. And now it's your turn, Kara.
My
As his,
God, he broke her in half.
By God!
as his back is turned to her and he's just like cheering, he's going to throw this at the back of his head. God, you're awfully loud.
You're gonna throw fire at the back of his head.
I'm gonna hero point that.
Okay.
We're not trying to kill the guy.
That's okay. They're both critical miss.
Yeah. A critical miss on a fire-based spell.
That's why I wanted the hero point it.
The fire hits the ground, and the grass catches. And there is now fire. And the strongman...
Actually, can I do anything? No, I cannot.
And the strongman looks at you like this was not part of the plan. But then he turns to face you, and you still have the rest of your turn. You still have two more action. One more action because it took one action to stand up. As you are now surrounded with fire.
Oh, maybe this is why they call it Hell in a Cell. He's going to Furio blows them.
Oh dear. Dear. You suffer a pinched nerve until healed. You take a negative 10-foot circumstance penalty to your land speed and are clumsy 1.
Well, it's a good thing she doesn't need to run far.
As he sweeps low, takes you Off your feet, you spring back, but you're hurt. You're limping. And he smiles, a cruel smile. Baxter, are you doing anything?
Baxter seeing the fire. How contained is the fire?
It is a
Like,
brush
is it-
fire, so for now it's contained because of the crowds, the grass is kind of trampled down.
Okay.
It could theoretically spread. It is not completely contained.
Baxter is going to start making his way to the river as he grabs a bucket.
Okay. You are not the only one with this plan. A few others have done the same thing. He looks at you, Kara. Says now, I will break you. And he attempts to grab you. This is an athletics check against your fortitude DC. No, you don't roll, Kara. Only he rolls. This is against your DC, not a saving throw. Remember, there are very few opposed rolls in Pathfinder 2nd Edition. He will succeed at that. Your fortitude DC is 19, and he rolls a 27. You are now grappled.
Kara is now having flashbacks of Gurgle Cap.
You have been grabbed. All right. That takes an action. He will then attempt to headbutt you while you are grabbed.
Going to use her draconic skill.
Draconic Resilience. Energy reminiscent of dragon skill shimmers over you, making it more difficult for attacks to penetrate your defenses. Until the start of your next turn, you gain a +1 status bonus on AC and gain resistance equal to half your level to bludgeoning damage. If you are channeling Draconic Essence, which you are not currently. You are now in Draconic Resilience. So he's still going to hit you because he beat you by 1, so now he gets you on the number.
Mm-hmm.
But you do get resistance equal to half your level from this, which is going to be 2. So 28 plus 5 is the basic. You're only going to take 4 from that. It doesn't hurt nearly as much as it should have. And he looks at you angry. And let's see. He then tries to hit you. He tries to headbutt you one more time. And that will... Oh no, Draconic Resistance means he still hits. That's already factored in there. But once again, you are going to get 2 resistance to this. Which would be 6. So you only take 4. All right. The fire is burning all around you, Kara. What do you do? You are currently grabbed.
If I think you have...
While you are... What's that?
Go ahead.
While you are grabbed, you are held in place, giving you the off-guard and immobilized conditions. If you attempt to manipulate action while grabbed, you must succeed at a DC 5 flat check or it is lost. Roll the check after spending the action, but before any checks are applied. You can attempt to escape. That is one action. That counts as an attack. Which is your unarmed attack modifier against the DC of the effect, which in this case is the athletics DC.
Can you
of the guy
grapple
grappling you.
someone that's grappling you?
Absolutely.
So Kara goes and says, "You may think you have me trapped here, but you're just trapped with me." She tries to grapple him.
All right.
I got you for 3 minutes.
You ain't going nowhere. Macho Man's greatest roll ever. Okay, that will be an athletics check against his fortitude DC, which is a 20, I'll go ahead and tell you. Unfortunately, you grab him, you do manage to grab him. It is not slowing him down at all. He is just too strong. He's a juggernaut.
How sturdy does he look like? Does he look like he could take a decent amount of damage?
Yeah, he's hardly touched. He looks like he could be beat up quite a lot.
So Kara just grins because how close he is right now.
Ha! Breath of the Dragon. All right. That is a basic reflex check, which he will fail.
By God, it's the red mist.
Great reference. As he takes it in the face, suddenly fire. Though that's your 3 actions. He seems blinded by that, but even blind, even with fire in his eyes, he intends to take you down. So the way that grappling works in Pathfinder 2nd Edition is every time he succeeds, you're grabbed until the end of his next turn, unless you escape. If he ever critically succeeds, then you are restrained, and that is a pin.
Okay.
Okay? So he is once again attempting to do this. That's a 26. That's pretty hefty. But this is against your fortitude DC, which is not a dexterity-based DC, which means your clumsy doesn't factor into it. Neither does your off guard. So yeah, that's just straight up there. Your fortitude is a +9, which means your fortitude DC is a 19. He has to get a 29 to restrain you. You are grabbed for another turn, but you are not pinned. As he tries to put you down and drag you down to the ground, and he covers you, but you and the crowd starts counting 1, 2, and then you shoot up your shoulder with your fist in the air. The crowd goes wild as you kick out of the pin. And he says, "Stop struggling." And he attempts to give you a knee in the stomach. Let's see, that counts as an attack, which means this is at the MAP. However, with that roll, that will still hit. How long does Draconic Resilience last?
Start of my next turn.
Okay.
But it doesn't have a cooldown, what I saw, so it's just...
You just have to keep on using the
Yeah.
actions to keep it up. Let's see if this actually... Yes, it does. It automatically takes off the -2. That's nice. As his knee goes into your gut, and then he attempts to follow it up with another one. But this time, oh, you can't do the same thing twice in wrestling. You manage, even while grabbed, to deftly block his knee. You lock your leg around his. Let's see. Can't do that again.
But you can't do the same thing twice? No one took car of this.
Well, no, he can't. It's a thing in wrestling. Actually, normally it's 3 times. If you try to do the same thing 3 times, the 3rd time the opponent is going to catch on and do something terrible to you.
Yep.
That's just a storytelling convention.
It's the rule of 3s.
Yeah. Right. So that's it for him. You are still grabbed, but you are not pinned. You are, however, more beat up than he is right now.
Car would like to try to grapple back at him.
All right. That is an attack. So that's your first attack. This is an athletics check versus his fortitude AC.
Christ.
Not with that one, no. You're starting to feel a little dazed. You're clumsy. You're grabbed.
I don't think I can get into Dragon Stance while grappled, can I?
That depends on what it says. Let me take a look at Dragon Stance. You can actually.
Huh.
As long as you're unarmored, you can enter Dragon Stance with an action. That is your second action. You have one more action left.
She's going to Fury of Blows and then whack him, I guess, in the crotch of the tail, because there's not much where she can move.
Okay, that is going to be at the MAP for your second attack, because the grapple attempt was the first.
Ah. Damn.
So close.
Wow, she really does need the training, and it's a good thing this wasn't a full-on to the death fight.
So what we're seeing is rolls that miss and everything like that. What's actually going on is a complex interchange. As you go down to the mat, you start putting each other in holds, you reverse the hold, you flip out of it. But each time at the end of each 6-second segment, you are back in a grapple. All right. And he is once again gonna try to pin you as he has you back in the grapple. You will stay down this time. Oh.
Oh.
And after a huge back and forth fight, he finally takes you down. The crowd shouts, 1, 2, 3, and it's over. He starts strutting around, peacocking the way that villains do. You have been defeated, but it was a valiant match. And most importantly, the crowd is going wild.
The strong man, the most electrifying man in entertainment.
And when you finally stand up, they cheer for you because you're still the hero. You are still the baby face. They start chanting, rematch, rematch, rematch. And the strong man looks around at them, rematch? How dare you? I beat them fair and square. Stop chanting, you yokels. And he throws up his hands and he storms off to the tents. And as he storms off, everybody cheers for Kara. Because that's how wrestling works sometimes. All
Yeah.
right.
At least that went better than the fight with that asshole before. Is Payday Tatum in the arena there watching?
Payday's around. Actually, yeah. This is a wrestling match. Payday would absolutely have watched this.
So she's just gonna glare in the direction of Payday.
Payday was cheering for the strong man the whole time. Payday was cheering for the strong man before he realized you were the opponent. What can I say? Guy loves a villain. You finally go back behind the tents, and the strong man at this point is jovial, slaps you on the back, says, "That was so good. You are very good. Have you ever thought about becoming Carney?"
No. I just did that for training.
Well, there is a place for you if you ever want to do it. On the circuit, you would fight many people. For bigger crowds, make lots of money. You're good. Not as good as me, perhaps, but very good. And one of the carnies will do treat wounds on you and use some and give you some potions and heal you up and get rid of all those nasty conditions that you've got there. There you go. So meanwhile, everybody is I need to stop this because we're over with the encounter. Everybody's in the field in the middle here, except for Hen, who was over by the food. Hen, around this time, you think you might wander back?
Yeah, about now. She's got
Yeah.
sick of people giving her the stink eye.
Yes, which they definitely are, and will be for a while. Luckily, just the pie baking people in town.
Oh yeah, she's been jovial to literally every other person that makes food here. Just the pie people are the ones that she's pissed off at.
I'm gonna have to rework this whole campaign so that the Bakers Guild is now the big bad.
Well, if that's the case, we're going to take a bite out of crime.
Good one. All right.
Wow, look at the time. It's time for me to drop the game.
It is now about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. You're all together near the games and contests.
Oh, did Baxter put out the fire?
Oh, yes. Baxter will eventually put out the fire.
Yes, me and like 6 other people.
Mm-hmm.
So say, what's that smell?
In the coming weeks, this will cause a minor moral panic, as mothers will insist that children who saw that wrestling match are now going to try to set themselves on fire.
And jump from rooftops.
Yes. None of the children will set themselves on fire. One will jump from a rooftop, but for completely unrelated reasons. Because kids do that. So where's everybody headed now? It is 3 hours until sunset and 6 hours until the ice sculpting contest.
So, which one of you ended up going to the peep show?
If no one went, we could do that now. No, I'm kidding.
Was it you, little
Now that
Paul?
it's the
Good.
now that the wrestling match is over, the field is being repurposed for some contests and other displays. There is a man with deep reddish brown skin who has set up a long rectangular pit of coals and is walking across them, claiming that it is the blessing of Irori, the god of perfection, whom many martial artists worship. He insists that he is not a cleric, that he is channeling no magic, but simply his faith and discipline in Irori lets him walk across the coals. There is an archery contest being set up with the winner getting a doll. There is an egg toss contest where the goal is to see how far you can toss an egg between two people without breaking it. And that also has one of the lovely carnival dolls as a reward. There is a woman who sets up a tent and puts up a sign that says, Madame Viscola, not only can she see your future, she can change it. There is a typical carnival ring toss game. And there is a sack race that's going to be across that field there.
Hey, Baxter, maybe you should do that ring toss game as your form of training.
And there is, of course, also plenty of things you haven't seen yet. Nobody's been to the carriage rides. Nobody's been to the peep show or the ale tent. Nobody has been to the Maze of Ice.
Yeah, I think Baxter is going to make his way. Not the Maze of Ice. He's a short-haired dog. He'd be miserable. Where's everyone else going?
I think that's what you were all trying to determine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun,
Have we done the
dun.
carriage rides yet?
Nobody has done the carriage rides yet.
Let's do the carriage rides.
Are they just like riding in a carriage?
That's what it sounds like.
You see just a line of carriages and a tall signboard reading Mr. Sathelbree's Wild Carriage Rides. And you see 4 massive chargers hitched to 3 wooden wagons which are coupled together with chains. And hunched in the first wagon is the driver, an aged, one-armed man, dressed in a long, threadbare wool coat, his snarling face wrapped with a dull red scarf. And he is currently charging one ticket for a ride in what is essentially hooked together open wagons. Here, I coupled together this very poor image to sort of give you an idea of what it might look like. Coupled together from public domain pictures. Now, as has been happening all over the carnival, a copper piece is trivial to you. And to be honest, 1 copper piece is trivial to most people. But with every ride costing a copper, there's only so much that the kids of this town can afford and that their families can afford. So there is a group of sort of ragtag kids, the poorer kids in town, who are trying to
Serpent?
sneak into the wagons whenever Mr. Southlebury
Serpent.
sees one. What's that?
You forget last session, that's not really true about the money right now. We gave the townspeople a lot of money.
You did actually, didn't you?
Like, Little
Whistles
Paw
in Little
threw
Paw.
200 silver around everyone.
Alas, though, that doesn't necessarily get distributed fairly.
I think Baxter threw like 700.
This is true. This is true. You know what? Go ahead and roll me a society check, somebody, to see if you manage to make
I
sure
got
that
it.
everybody gets at least some. To make sure everybody gets at least some tickets. Yes, Baxter, you do manage that. So yeah, forget what I was saying about the orphans and everything like that.
Oh yeah. Baxter also did hand a bunch of tickets out to the orphans and stuff, and he has
Yes.
been handing out his collection of tickets to people, to like little kids and stuff, as he's been walking around.
This is very true. You are absolutely correct. Thank you for reminding me. So instead of there being people who can't afford the ride, Mr. Southlebury seems rather annoyed that so many children are here.
I mean, I'm making too much money.
Ankle biting little rugrats. Back in my day. So are you just gonna watch, or are you gonna take a carriage ride, or what are you gonna do?
What do you want to do, Little Paw? You're like a child, right?
Little Paw peeks out of her. I'm not a child. Just because I'm called Little Paw doesn't mean I'm little.
Aren't you like 3 years old, though?
That's like
Well-
ancient.
Yeah, but the typical lifespan for a ferret is 5 to 7 years.
Oh,
So
I mean,
we've got a
Baxter's
Kess situation
yeah.
going on here.
Baxter's only 6 years old.
Don't you dare do the Cass voice. No. No.
For people who are wondering what we're talking about, go and look at Lib Gaming's video of Voyager Across the Unknown. Is it Across the Unknown?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
Voyager
Little
Across the
Paw,
Unknown,
whatever
where
do you mean, darling?
No.
Xios voices Kess in that video to comic
And Balana.
effect.
To a
And Balana
terrifyingly
does
accurate
a
effect.
really good at her Balana. Anyways, I digress. So are you actually going to ride the carriages, or are you just going to watch this incredibly grumpy one-armed man grumble about the kids that he's taking around?
I'm gonna ride them.
Well, if she's riding them, Little Paw rides them by proxy, so, you know.
Yeah,
Okay.
we're gonna
Ellen
ride
gets
them.
on board.
Okay, I heard it twice now. You're riding him or the carriages?
Little Paw is riding Elowin, who is riding the carriages.
Okay.
That's the one.
All right. Anybody else?
Carl will join as well.
Okay. Car's riding the carriages.
Henrietta's not really one for whimsy.
I guess since everyone else is, Baxter would also hop in the carriage, although he doesn't really see a point to it. He's traveled in carriages before.
Henrietta, everybody but you is on the carriages.
She waves them goodbye and walks off.
All right, then. The carriages pull out. Now, they're called carriage rides. It's Mr. Southlebury's Wild Carriage Rides. They're really open wagons. And wagon rides are fun. Especially when they take you outside of the festival grounds, down past some copses of trees that are about 5 minutes away. The whole thing lasts about half an hour. And there's lots of conversation, lots of laughter.
You know, Baxter, maybe we should get a carriage. That would have made our trip before a lot easier.
Carriages are quite expensive.
I mean, look at how much money we throw around the town today. It can't be that expensive, right?
One of the people writing happens to be the town wheelwright. And he will tell you, well, it depends on what you're looking for. Now, a proper carriage, one that'll, one driver, 4 passengers on the inside, fully enclosed, that'll run you about 100 gold. But you can get yourself a simple cart for a driver and 1 passenger for about 3 gold. Or a wagon kind of like this one for about 25.
Oh. 25 one sounds like it'd be easy.
Yep. Could get you set up with that. Have some, take me a little bit. It's not like I have wagons lying around in the lot or anything like that. We're not a big enough town for that. But I can get one in from you from Almas pretty quick. Nice one. 1 driver, 4 passengers, about 10 feet by 10 feet. Open top, but you can put yourself some canvas over that to close it up. Does need 2 horses to carry it properly, or some other hauling creatures. Oxen will also work.
That's okay. We have a Baxter.
I think Investigator Bones might not be quite big enough to do this. This is designed to be pulled by chargers or oxen or something like that.
Baxter could use the workout.
I most certainly could not.
Definitely could.
He
You
chuckles
ate all the pies.
good-naturedly. What was that? I missed that.
Definitely could. You ate all the pies. Who ate all the pies? Baxter ate all the pies.
You would not know I ate the pies.
You just admitted to
Oh.
it.
Word has spread. In fact, there's some people in the wagon who are whispering to each other, that's that rude dog that ate the pies and criticized everyone. Why, Bethel? I never. Such behavior.
Baxter kind of just scooches over to the ladies gossiping. He doesn't say anything. He just scooches a little bit closer.
They stop gossiping and just look at you with the look.
Watch out, ladies. Baxter's about to use the traditional weapon of his people.
Oh god, he's going to fart.
What lovely weather we're having today.
Indeed it is.
Oh, I do believe I see a Lula May down at the other side of the wagon. Excuse me. And the 2 of them get up and move to the other side of the wagon, where they definitely do not see anybody.
Is it safe to get up and stand and walk in a wagon that's running this fast?
if you're careful. It's not really going fast. This is like if you've ever been on a Renaissance Fair carriage ride or a touristy carriage ride, like um,
But this is a wild ride.
yeah, it did say that on the sign, didn't it? Did say that on the sign. Like it's not something you want to do without hanging on to something, but you can do it if you're careful. The wagons circle around and through a sort of wooded area. Like it's not a large forest, and this is definitely not duskwood, but there's like a copse of trees that that you ride through. So you get that sort of shady, dappled light in the late afternoon. It's very pretty. And slowly the carriages start circling back towards the carnival. And it's just a nice, pleasant time. Hen, while everyone else is gone, what are you doing?
I'm just going to wander back over towards the ice sculpting contest. And then the Maze of Ice, see if that's open.
The Maze of Ice is indeed open. The Maze of Ice is perpetually open, it looks like, since you just kind of have to wander through on your own, although you do have to pay tickets to get in.
I'll just stand around there looking like a lost child until someone gives me a ticket.
Didn't you have don't you have tickets?
I bought a single ticket to get in the gate, and that was it. Oh no, wait! I didn't even need it to get in the gate, so no, I don't have any tickets.
Baxter, wait, you're not with us, so I can't give you tickets.
No,
yes,
that's also
everybody who has all the
like
hundreds of tickets is on the carriage ride.
Yeah, it's also why he wasn't doing anything.
Let me open my inventory real quick because I wrote down in currency how many tickets I still. Actually, I'm gonna remove 100 just for all the tickets that I've been giving out.
100 silver, yeah.
Oh no, not 100 silver. Like
no, 100 copper. So 10 silver.
Not like that. No, I literally put in like my currency in my carnival tickets. I have 450. I'm just gonna remove 100.
Okay, I see.
Because I've been handing them out.
Sorry, I got confused there for a second.
Nope. So we are now at 350 carnival tickets to hand out to kids.
So, Hen, you are basically trying to look sad and pathetic so that somebody gives you a ticket. Despite being a fairly recognizable hero of the town.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, she's not very good at pretending, so she's just kind of standing there. But
yeah, that would be
if anything, she stood there staring at the sign and then looking at people and then staring at the sign again.
Just kind of tried to get the point across. Go ahead and give me a diplomacy check. How about? Someone will actually take pity on you and give you a ticket. And then also sort of very condescendingly treating you as if you were actually a child will point over past along the shoreline. Say, if you follow the shoreline, you'll get to a ticket booth where you can buy more. But anyway, you do have a ticket. They're only a copper each.
They told me they were a gold, and then she's going to walk off and go into the maze.
Okay, they take your ticket. The maze it's a mirror maze. They've basically taken mirrors, they have put paper mache on them to make them look kind of icy.
Oh, but I thought because they were using ice blocks, this would actually be an ice maze.
No, no, no. It is like I said, the cold snap is very cold for summer, but it is not, super freezing. It is not an actual ice maze, but it is a mirror maze, which is loads of fun. Go ahead and give me a perception check, Hen. So you're going to be here for a while.
Yep.
Hen, you're going to be here for a while. Some of the mirrors are warped. They make you look silly. Lots of other people are in this maze as well. Lots of other townsfolk. Some of them doing as badly as you. Every so often, someone, presumably a carnival worker, will run by in a bull's head mask, darting out around a corner and roaring to scare people. Who will then scream in excitement, and everything. And yeah, you're gonna be here for a time. Lost in the maze. Meanwhile, for those of you who went on the carriage ride, since people were all around you and talking, why don't you all give me a let's see. Right, here it is, an action. Gather information action, which is diplomacy, to see what kind of things the townspeople are talking about.
You said diplomacy check?
That is a diplomacy check for gather information.
I actually have an ability that lets me gather information. Can I use that?
If you have a relevant ability, yes, you can. Got a 12, an 11.
Why did that roll unknown?
Because you have blind selected, apparently. But I saw it. You rolled a 19.
I see.
Or you didn't roll a 19, but you got a 19 total. Baxter goes with society for that and gets a 16. All right.
Why did it privately roll? I have it set to public.
Because some abilities, in your case, Baxter, it's because some abilities are always rolled secret. In fact, I think if you actually used gather information, that is secret, because you're not supposed to know how well you did.
Okay. Because, yeah, with Streetwise, live through the streets and feel the pulse of your local sentiment, which would be Falcon's Hollow. So I can gather information using society.
So, Little Paw and Elowen, you learn that this is not the first time Quinn's Carnival has been to Falcon's Hollow. That it comes by semi-regularly, normally a few times a year. And that very few people see the carnival manager, Quinn, anymore. Baxter, you're chatting with somebody who was not baking pies and therefore does not hate you. It says, Quinn is the carnival master here, but they say he rarely shows himself. These days, the Ivarin used to be an adventurer, one of the more famous venturing companies out there. The Nightshades, they called themselves. And it was him and some of the people who work at this carnival now, and his wife. And then she died out in Darkmoon Vale, and he stopped adventuring and opened up this carnival. And Kara, you meet a fan of your wrestling performance. And they ask you if you're with the carnival, and you tell them no, you're not. And they say, oh, Quinn used to run with a really rough crowd, and he hired a lot of them for this carnival. Rehabilitation, But, well, he doesn't seem to spend as much time with them anymore. I wouldn't be surprised if, some of them were falling back into their old ways. Like maybe that Minotaur. He's scary. He's really scary.
Wait, so
And that is what you learn.
they were all part of a venturing party together?
Well, not all of them. They've hired more people since then, but Quinn and the Minotaur and one or two others, I think.
Huh. Was the strongman one, or?
Yeah, he was one of them.
Huh. Yeah, we'll have a rematch.
Oh, I would so love to see that. You need to have a rematch next time the carnival comes to town. Like, make it a regular thing. I bet you pull in a lot of people.
Right, like that's the goal, not training.
Well, I mean, fighting too. Like, oh, you're one of those like wandering martial artists, right? That's always about the training and the getting better. Do you worship Aurori?
No, I worship Bastet, but I kind of also worship the hawk now, I guess.
I've never heard of Dahak. Bastet. That's one of those Assyrian gods, right? I saw a picture of her once. She was naked.
Yeah,
I liked it.
That tends to happen a lot.
Huh?
Yeah, it's just that last time I met a wandering martial artist, they were trying to perfect themselves like Aurori. They say that Aurori became a god just by training in martial arts.
Wait,
Or
that became
not
a
just that,
deity?
like, well, they say, and this was a long, long time ago, but they say that Aurori perfected his body, mind, and soul so much that he ascended to deity right there without even having to touch the Starstone or anything.
What's the Starstone?
Oh, the Starstone. It's in Absalom. It's some sort of big test. Nobody really knows what it's all about. They got a whole shrine to it there, and that's how Caden Kalian became a god, and that's how Norgorber became a god. And I think there was one other one. I can't remember who.
Carr has now taken out a notepad and is taking notes.
Go ahead and roll me a society check, Kara.
I think only one of the gods is not forbidden from telling you how to get through the test, and he happens to have been drunk for the entire time, so he doesn't actually remember.
Yes, Caden Kalen actually doesn't remember what he did to become a god. So yeah, with that natural 20, you actually do know about the Starstone. The Starstone is it's a deeply religious artifact that is housed in a cathedral in Absalom, which is the largest city in the world. In fact, Eredin, the now dead god of man, raised the Starstone. And became the first one to become a god through contact with the Starstone. And his first act was to raise the stone from the watery depths where he found it and form the Isle of Kortos around it. and Absalom is on the Isle of Kortos. It's the big island in the middle of the Inner Sea. Since that time, it's not entirely. No, this adventure takes place in 4707, and at this point, it is the exact nature of the Starstone is not very well known. But it definitely has tremendous power, and it is said that anyone who goes into the Cathedral of the Starstone faces a test, and if you succeed, you become a god. Not many people have managed that. Trying to find a full list. Here we go. Only 3 mortals are known to have succeeded since Eridan's time, and that's Caden Kalian, Iyamade, and Norgorber. And Iyamade and Norgorber are forbidden from talking about what they did, and Caden Kalian doesn't remember what he did. But they all went into the Starstone Cathedral, and they came out as gods. A lot of other people have gone to the Starstone Cathedral and not come out again. So yeah, you know about the Starstone. Irori, however, according to legend, did not use the Starstone. He just became perfect.
Okay, so Kara has new goals.
You gonna try to do the test of the Starstone?
Uh-huh.
Rules for it exist. I could run that, though you pretty much have to have mythic levels to do it properly.
There you go, that's our end game.
Yeah, well, I can go over what will be required now. You're not doing anything mythic at the moment, but that is always something I could put in the game if you really want it. Anyways,
We all become gods.
round about this time, the carriages come back. About 3:30 in the afternoon, about half an hour for the carriages. Hen is nowhere to be found, but then it's a big carnival. She's probably fine. Where is everybody going? Besides Hen, who is still stuck in the mirror maze.
Help, help, I'm stuck in a mirror.
Oh, does anyone know where Hen went to? I don't remember if they said where
I
they
don't
were
know.
going.
Hen's kind of always doing her own thing sometimes.
They probably went to the Peep Show. We should go there.
Yeah, let's go there.
To the Peep Show. Okay.
Would you believe that's deliberately the only place I haven't gone?
Well, one second.
We go there and there's nothing but marshmallow peeps.
Yeah, but they know what a peep show's meant to be, so they're all placed on stage next to poles.
So, first, you start heading towards the Peep Show, but round about the time you get about here, make me perception checks, please.
Yeah, we're good at those.
Well, some of you are.
I am.
I'm really good at perception. Let's just see if the dice decide to agree with me.
It's always the hardest part is negotiating with the dice to let you be as awesome as you believe you should be.
Yeah.
Well, that's an
Nice.
18.
18's not terrible. 18 is not terrible. So, as you're passing here along the south side of the fairgrounds are some plain colored tents, not brightly colored like the rest of them. And a row of wagons that are clearly just cargo wagons. They're not the brightly colored carnival wagons. And a wooden sign is staked into the ground that reads, "Carnies only, no admittance." And everybody except Kara, you see a oldish man, dressed very nicely, maybe in his mid-50s. Who seems to be not dragging, but cajoling a much younger woman towards the tents. And who got highest on that? Little Paw got highest. Little Paw, you can tell by her expression that she's not having a good time. And Little Paw, you can hear as well her saying, "Look, I don't think I should do this." Well, that's fine, but that means that there's going to be no one to pay the rent now that your husband's gone.
Little Paul will pass that on.
Does Little Paw try to mimic the sound of the guy's voice?
No. I assume it's it sounded like it's Krieg.
Did.
It is not Creed. It is not Creed, but it is definitely one of those upper crust lumber consortium businessmen.
Icky.
If Hen was here, she'd probably recognize him from the Tent of Modern Wonders, but Hen's not here.
Hen is not here.
And her shoulders kind of slump, and he hustles her behind the tents. And that's all you see. Unless you want to go onto the peep show.
Did we help her, Little Paw?
Probably.
Did we help?
Should we go in there stealthily, or do we just go in there barging?
Let's go in there calmly, at least.
If he's doing anything uncouth, Little Paw, you should go for the family jewels.
Agreed.
Family jewels. Okay, what do they look like?
Oh, there's something very personal to them. They're kind of like the warmest spot of the body, center of mass.
Little Paul like tilts ahead. They don't sound like jewels.
Oh, they're very precious to him. I bet that. Just
Okay.
like hit the back end side of your dagger towards there, the not bladed side. Or bite. Biting might be the best.
I was thinking biting.
All right, so you're all going in?
Mhm.
Okay, this will probably be the last encounter we do for the night because it is getting a little bit late. As you head in there, you hear her quietly weeping. He says, "Don't cry now. I'll
take care of everything. Pay your rent. Make sure you have food. Now that, now that Vance is out of the picture, I'll take good care of you, Jesse.
And you hear her say, just let's get it over with. And as you walk in, you see that he's got his overcoat and hat off, showing his balding, liver-spotted head with grizzled gray hair.
Look, I'm already in for the kill. You don't have to sell it to me.
And he turns his head as you all enter. You're not entering stealthily, right?
Little Paul will enter stealthily.
Okay, roll me stealth, Little Paw. What about the rest of you?
I'm not gonna stealth. I'm gonna enter with the rest of the group.
Well,
Okay.
Bar is still glowing red and stuff.
This is true. This is true. Kara will be, as long as Kara has the cufflinks and mask and belt on, Kara will still be glowing until morning. He turns and looks at you and says,
Don't know you saw the sign, but this is Carney's only. You ain't supposed to be here. Run along.
I think I'm an honorary one today.
Well, then you must not have gotten the memo that I paid good money to make sure I had a little privacy here. So move along.
Oh, are you threatening?
You know who I am, cat.
Do I?
unless you want to make a society check because you have been in town for a while.
She's basically following up with intimidation, like, do I really care?
Fair enough. Also, you have no idea who he is, though based on how he's dressed, he's probably Lumber Consortium. Oh, sorry, that was Little Paw that I saw. Little Paw has no idea who he is. Kara, you think that this is a member of the Lumber Consortium named Maury Condlin. Everyone calls him Mutters Condlin because it sounds like he's talking through marbles.
Oh no, she's intimidating him.
Oh, that's an intimidation. Oh, fair enough. He looks back, says,
Okay, we clearly got off on the wrong foot. Look, how about you mind your own business and I'll make it worth your while. You know, I can pay pretty good. There's 5 shiny gold pieces in it for you if you just walk away.
500.
I think you're reaching a little far for a negotiation there. 10. I'll give you 10. You walk away. That's more than a logger makes in a decade.
Little Paul goes for the bite.
hey, roll an attack, Little Paw.
Wait.
Snatch his coin purse.
Go ahead and roll an attack.
Just thinking whether to do something very, very.
Last encounter of the night. Go for it.
I can see Rexty giving me a horrified look.
Go for the eyes, boo.
Rask.
All right. Little Paw is going to attack him with a it's not an unarmed strike, but that's what I roll with the entities attack. She's basically going to summon a giant green version of the mayor's hand that bitch slaps him.
Okay.
Oh boy.
He is flat-footed. He's off guard. He is not expecting you in any way. He doesn't even see you. So that will, in fact, hit him as you slap him. Where do you slap him?
Across his face.
Slap him right across the face. And he's been talking in that sort of low, gravelly voice, and all of a sudden he just shrieks.
So yeah,
And he staggers back. What the fuck is that?
the mayor's hand has just bitch slapped him.
What the fuck are you? He ain't no normal ferret. You ain't normal. You ain't normal.
And he starts running off.
Little Paw giggles.
What about the gold?
The woman starts laughing too. Oh, thank you, but afraid you made some trouble for yourself.
Oh well. If he comes back, I'll just bite him.
Yeah. There ain't a lot else I can do, unfortunately.
We have lost Serpent again.
Yep. Last thing we heard was there wasn't much else.
Do, do, do,
How long do you think till they notice?
I don't know, but it is amusing.
It really is.
No, I've noticed. I'm
There
trying
we
to get
go.
back. Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go. Anyways, she says, unfortunately, there's not a lot else I can do now that Vance is gone. Sorry, I forget my manners. She takes out a handkerchief and starts dabbing at her eyes. I'm Jesse Fortless.
Little Paw, the hero.
Fortunately, we weren't able to get 500 gold from him to give to you, so sorry.
I'll figure something out. I can't go through with what he wants. It wouldn't be right. Wouldn't be right to my husband's memory.
Little Paw takes out five gold pieces and puts them at her feet.
You don't. You already. Thank you. She bends down and picks them up and gives you head pats. I should probably go back home. Mutters will be angry. So I should lay low for a little while.
So,
But this gold, that'll pay for a little while and give me some time to find my feet. I ain't gonna forget this. Little Paw, did you take the gold off your character sheet, or you want me
I
to?
did, yeah.
You did. Okay, great.
did we see it was the mayor's hand?
You saw it was a large green hand. Well, first of all, there is no mayor. You're talking about the gavel.
Yeah, I'm
which is
talking about.
Yeah. Like, yeah, I don't know how, as quickly as that attack is, you'd even notice that it's a particular person's hand, especially when it's larger and green.
Oh, the hand is now green when they attack?
Well, her hand, when it came out, basically a giant green hand came out of Little Paw, slapped him, then vanished back into Little Paw.
Little Paul's a Green Lantern?
Little
Yeah.
Paw's something.
Have you not been paying attention to Green Lantern, Little Paw?
To be fair, the last time you used that ability, it wasn't specified as green.
Yeah.
Well, no,
It's not always
it's green this time. It wasn't green last time.
Mhm.
It seems to be different every time. All right, we are going to wrap up for there. Next time, we will start with Hen trying to escape the maze of ice and the peep show. I know everybody's looking forward to that. Oh dear.
Hey.
Hey, yeah. What will a town run by evil, scum-sucking capitalists do with a peep show?
Did you intend for us to go this way?
Well, I put everything on the map. You get to go wherever you want. This is a very open-ended module. What I will say is with that last encounter, something got triggered, but it will happen, since you're already on your way to the peep show, that will happen after you get there. But a thing's going to happen now. And so starting next session, things might start picking up some. In the meantime, I hope everybody had a fun time playing. I hope everybody had a fun time watching. We are at Lib Gaming. I am your humble and yet totally awesome GM, Serpent. And playing at the table today has been...
Ladon as... Wait, no, I got that back.
Pythia as Little Paw.
Rex D as Henrietta.
Celestia's Element.
And Shadow is Baxter Bones.
All right, thanks for watching. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Oh, our microphone's still not working.
T.R.A.S.H.